Welcome to the first of several videos that may hopefully give the viewer insight into my process and production of my silver gelatin prints, which you can now buy on my Ko-fi page. Links in the description below. This is my darkroom, my quiet, safe space, and on a rainy day you can even hear the rain falling on the roof. Currently on the wall, on the right hand side, 10 prints from an idea that I'm working on, inspired by Robert Adams' Summer Nights book, which I purchased many years ago and has always sat with me well. Also in the darkroom are, of course, my negatives, contact sheets, worksheets and other equipment, easels and so forth. This is my negative storage system, and each of these boxes contains anywhere from 1 year to 5 or 6 years worth of negatives. My approach is to visit or revisit this large archive, which is starting to turn into somewhat of a memory project, and print images that I feel are suitable or that people may actually want to see. This is my work in progress box, and inside this lives all of my current projects that I'm working on, which would include the 10 prints on the wall from the opening shot, and from my last solo exhibition, which was in 2023, which was one of my most successful ever. I sold quite a few prints from that. I also, after processing the film, make contact sheets, which are then stored in boxes like this, and depending on how many sheets, how much film I shoot in any given time frame, these boxes may hold anywhere from a year to 5 or 10 years worth of work. Depends on how prolific I've been in that period. I've decided to start this idea off with this box from 1993 to 2006. It's a significant period in my creative life. Digital in 93 was still very much on the outer edges of the technological side of things, the bleeding technological edge of things, if you will. Digital DSLRs were a long way off. People may have been scanning, but digital capture was still nowhere where it is today. And in about 2004, of course, I signed up to Flickr and really got involved in digital capture using the Nikon Coolpix that I owned for many years. So this work, the analog work, is an interesting transitionary period for me. Several other key events occurred in this time frame, such as getting married, purchasing a house, and completing a master's degree, as well as beginning full-time teaching. So there's been quite a substantial amount of changes in my life between those two dates, and it's great for me to look at this work and exploring and photographing. The memory capsule that this work has become is very significant for me. I can't imagine I'd ever do an Edward Weston and destroy the negs, even though some of the quality of them leads a bit to be desired based on my current appreciation and understanding of how to make a good neg. Somewhere about halfway through this time period, I purchased a Hasselblad camera, which meant I was getting much better quality negatives. Some of them even contained photographs of people who are no longer with us, and are certainly big memory capsules in terms of location. I work as I revisit this box along with all my other boxes of work and consider what it is that I'm thinking about in terms of either a body of work or simply a print, and spend a great deal of time making a list. The list will be extensive, comprehensive or short, and will give me something to think about and work forward in the darkroom. Occasionally I discover new images like the tree in this proof sheet, which I had forgotten about. There are several locations that at various points throughout this era that I revisited regularly, some with the intention of coming back as I knew the changes would be extensive. Others I was interested in flat tonal values or flat surfaces, maps if you will, or just the vastness of the open space, which was so close to the edge of the city. I long ago gave up attempting to make Ansel Adams style work or Dombrowski style work because the amount of effort required to produce this is enormous and the logistics are quite difficult. Take my camera wherever I go and photograph whatever I feel like photographing, and then come back to it at a later point and decide what to do with any images that I find. For a long time I was interested in the edges of the urban landscape and nature's resilience. I would frequent places that were sometimes wild and other times not. And from my travels in the suburbs. I have yet to make a final selection from this era of images from 1995 to 2006, but there will be further changes moving forward, which I plan on sharing